One of my favorite things about holistic nutrition and using food as fuel is how transformative your entire health situation can become, even if you just start focusing on a single problem. My clients come to me because they've hit a breaking point, whether that is hitting menopause, normalizing the hot flashes, the night sweats, and some of the weight gain. And then suddenly they find themselves like way over, say, 250 pounds, like, almost doubled their normal weight and been put on like a multitude of prescription drugs. And it scares them to think, oh my goodness, I don't want to live my life like this. Or they have been living with fatigue, labeling it as burnout, dealing with that with stress management and nervous system regulation, and eating clean and doing their best to get by, thinking it's because they're busy, they're running a business, they have kids, they have a new boyfriend. But when suddenly they can no longer walk or they don't feel sexy because they've just ballooned in their weight for no apparent reason, that's the breaking point. Or like for me, when I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome at 15, and it started 3 years prior to that, actually, I went through my life being told by doctors, psychologists, and other medical specialists that there's nothing we can do for you. You're just going to have to learn to live with it. And so, as defeating as that was, I still had a bit of a determination in me to fix it, but it was only half hearted because every message I got was like, this is just normal. You can't do anything about it. It is what it is. So I dabbled in healthy eating. I tried clean eating meal plans for a few days or weeks, and I tested out all the supplements that I came across that were supposed to improve my energy. Of course, none of that fixed anything for me, and I just floundered for years. It wasn't until I turned 35 and then was hit with cystic, horrible, painful acne, not just on my face, but in my hair, on my neck, on my chest, and on my back, that I knew that I had hit my breaking point. For a few months, I went the conventional route. I tried medications, I tried topical treatments, scrubs, lotions, cleansers, all of the normal things that people try when their skin is breaking out. None of it worked. Most of it made it worse. And it was just this ongoing battle. I got to the point where I was so mortified to be seen by anyone that I quit my dance classes. I quit working out. I quit going to the grocery store when I knew other people would be there and tried very hard to go like first thing in the morning when it first opened. I covered myself up with toques and scarves and turtlenecks, even in the summer. And I was so close to quitting my job. And that's when I knew I needed to do something different. And so that's when I decided to look for an alternative, natural approach to fixing my skin. Within about 6 months, I had gone from covering myself up, embarrassed to be seen outside in public, to makeup free, hair up, scoop neck shirts, scarf free, all the things, simply because I had chosen to go down the road of using food as medicine. I didn't start eating healthier or cleaner or anything like that. I didn't rely on a bunch of supplements. I had a couple in my pantry at this point. But what the most important part of this is that I started to address the problems inside my body from a root cause. I fixed my digestion using specific foods. I improved overall detoxification using food. I tamed the inflammation I had no idea that was going on inside me using food. And at the same time, I rebalanced and improved the health of my overall hormonal system. And that is how I was able to clear up my skin and remain relatively acne free now for 12 years. But not only that, what I got out of this was I started to drop inches that I had been trying for years to drop with dieting and exercise and all of the weight loss formulas and powders and tinctures and supplements. Suddenly, my pants were looser, my stomach was flatter, my face was thinner, and I felt confident in my body. I felt good. I had to drop a couple of sizes of clothes, and I didn't eat less. I actually ate more. I started to sleep better. I started to sleep less, but wake up more refreshed and more excited for the day. Most importantly for me was that I fixed the chronic fatigue syndrome. I got rid of it. All of those years the doctors have been telling me there was nothing they could do, I figured out how to beat chronic fatigue syndrome with a few months of dedicated healing food protocols. That's all I did. No expensive cleanses, no expensive supplements, no expensive detoxes, nothing, no medication, no like wondering what was going on inside me. It was because I had chosen to fix one single problem at a root level. And the bonus of all of this is that even though I didn't start until I was 35 with focusing on food as healing my body as medicine, I have been able to go through the next 11 years, I'm now 46, free from all of the normalized perimenopause symptoms that so many women just brush off as, well, that's just going to happen to me. I'm going to have to deal with it. I don't have them. I don't have the weight gain. I don't have the insomnia. I don't have the aches and pains. I don't have skin issues. I don't have hot flashes. I don't have PMS. I don't have painful periods. It's just so simple and so in flow and just easy. I have relentless energy most days. I have my moments when I am tired, but that's okay because I know that the next day I'm going to be fine. I live a busy, full life and I love it. And I get to do everything that I want to do because I focused on the root cause. So no matter where you are in your hormone balancing journey, in your health journey, whatever it is, if it's a diagnosis of endometriosis, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, something else that you are battling right now, or you're just inundated all of a sudden because you're a woman in her like late 30s, early 40s with so many confusing symptoms from weight gain to brain fog to mood swings to low sex drive. Pick a problem and focus on the root cause of that problem, because the beauty of our human body is that the root cause of those problems, when you start fixing them appropriately with the right nutrients, because our bodies are biological and they run on nutrients, folks. They don't run on supplements. They don't run on medications. They don't run on stress relief, although that's a good thing to do. It supplements. Your body is a biological entity that runs on nutrients. So symptoms come up because we are lacking appropriate nutrients. One problem to fix. Focus on that. Focus your little heart on that as best you can for the next 6 to 8 weeks. And I guarantee that if you've got that part right, you are going to feel 10, 20 times better. And all of these other symptoms that you've been feeling probably going to be greatly diminished. Realistically, when you choose holistic, root cause focused healing nutrition, expect this process, this transformation into from where you are today with symptoms and problems and such that you don't like that impact your life, to living that life where like, wow, I just got rid of all of these things. Like, wow, 6 months to a year. My acne alone was fully gone in 8 months. The protocol that I followed was so simple. I just added a few specific foods to my diet and made sure that I had them every single day. I skipped a couple, but for the most part, I was about 90% accurate or on track. So if you've been struggling now, and I get it, where we are in life right now, like we want quick fixes, but that doesn't work with the body. Medicine doesn't fix things. It just dampens symptoms and allows the problem to simmer worse and worse, deeper below the surface. So if you have hit your breaking point, if you are looking for a fix to something that is just interfering with you running your business, interfering with you feeling confident and competent at work, worrying that your boss thinks you're incapable of performing your job, or unable to keep up with your kids or your grandkids or your loved ones, or it's impacting your ability to go out there and find a new loved one. Whatever your breaking point is, whatever that deep, dark desire is, I mean, first figure that out if you haven't yet, and then choose a way to focus on that one problem and make sure that it's always at that root cause level. Life is too short to waste it on quick fixes or treatments that don't work. My specialty is helping women overcome hormonal issues. because I have understood them and used them and experimented with them and played with them for so long that I know this part of my body intimately. However, because of the chronic fatigue syndrome, I'm also intimately familiar with inflammation and oxidative stress in the immune system and how interconnected those two systems are, as well as how interconnected they are with the rest of the body. We need to make sure that the whole entire body is functioning properly in order for us to heal. Holistic nutrition isn't just about a meal plan or following a fad diet or eating healthy. It's really about using food as medicine. And if you truly want to transform your life, then I highly recommend looking into working with a holistic nutritionist.